Hello my fellow nerds, Colco here. So, Helluva Boss has a lot of songs, as we have seen from the recent episode and the recent Stola song drop. And I know there is going to be more, but I notice a lot of them are actually really good songs that you could actually relate to and would listen to regularly. And a lot of them violate the criminal sin of being way too short and not being full songs. But overall, I think they're pretty good. So I'm going to take every single Helluva Boss song and rank it in a list. Quick disclaimer, this is my opinion, and I am only going up to Season 2, Episode 7. Actually, up until the Look My Way song. But I may do another one after Season 2 concludes if you like this one enough. On another note, none of the Has Been Hotel songs are in here, otherwise they would dominate the top of the list. And as the harsh song critic that I am, as seen by my Eurovision videos, I will be giving these songs a score. Yes, I will be overly critical. Yes, I will be nitpicky. Here's how I will be rating them. I will be rating these songs based on their music, lyrics, and performance. The music being how catchy and fitting it is, and how the voices are. The lyrics being about the lyric quality, like how cheesy it is, how well the lyrics are written. Another portion of that score will be relatability, or how often would I regularly listen to it. And then another couple points will go to how well it fits the scene or context. And lastly, performance will be judged on a variety of different factors. How fitting was it for the scene? How important is it to the plot? Is it replaceable or omittable? Does it portray the character well? Is there new lore or added info? And how well does it all come together? With that, let's rate some songs. Because boy, there are a lot of them. Starting with number 30. Chaz Time. Is this anyone's favorite Helluva Boss song? Anyone? Are there even any language dubs or covers of this thing? Understandably not. I don't know if I can even count this as a song. It's just a generic sexy beat with like no rhyming lyrics. It's boring, bland, and I honestly forgot it even existed. It doesn't even rhyme! It's so disorganized and not catchy. It's kind of all over the place. It's hard to sing to, but it fits the scene and the character, so I have to give it something. It makes sense for this to be here, but doesn't have to be. It's a part of Chaz's character, sure, but it's not really too important. We already know Chaz is a horn dog. The song could have been removed or replaced with average dialogue, and we lose nothing, and it would have no impact on the scene. Honestly, it's a little bit overkill. Also, his voice is kind of annoying.
Oh, everybody look at me.
The banjo's a little catchy, but Maxine's voice is so grating here. It's funny, but it's not relatable. But it does its job, but it's still cringeworthy, but I think it's kind of supposed to be. Again, funny and important for the scene, but I just can't stand Maxine's voice and his cringe here, and the banjo really is the best part of the song.
My lovely little monster.
The most forgettable song in the series, and that's because of the music. Good gracious, does it drag. The lyrics are not too bad though. The lyrics are really nice, and they're a little descriptive though, and it didn't really need to be here. I kind of kept wanting to fast forward through this entire song. The only reason why it plays so high though is because of the lyrics. They're really well written, but everything else about this song just a rotten pustule.
I hope you all did your homework.
It's supposed to be a filler song, but damn is it catchy. It does what it's supposed to do for a filler exposition song. And that's about it. But damn, this filler song does not deserve to be this catchy. I know it's supposed to be bad because of improv. It's supposed to be just fun and silly, but this does not deserve to be this catchy. In the end, it's just filler and silliness. The music slaps. Absolutely slaps. But the lyrics, they're kind of just what you're thinking about over and over and over again. Sometimes the music really doesn't fit the scene, and it doesn't do too much for the lore, the characters. It can be replaced with any other music and I'd feel nothing. The only reason why it's this high in the list is because it's an earworm. Or at least about half of it is. The thing with the Helluva Boss songs is most of the time, even if the lyrics you have no connection to, the music is normally very, very good and often gets stuck in your head. Does this even count as a song? It's kind of all over the place, but it makes sense because it's a trip. And it's kind of catchy in some areas though, but I don't know how it does this. And also that beautiful baritone from Blitz really saves it. The lyrics and rhymes are very well composed, not relatable, but very well composed, and they're funny as hell. And it fits the scene perfectly, and it tells us a lot. The musical theme fits with the Phantom of the Opera theme. I don't know if it counts much as a song though. Basically, the catchiness and the importance of the song in the scene and the sick burns they give each other is what gives us a decent score. Also, fun fact, the original was a totally different song. Like, instead of this meaningful, edgy hallucination that Blitzo has, Moxie was supposed to turn into Bob Marley, and it was not nearly as edgy as what we got in the final product. It's a very catchy song. The beat and the rhymes have this song actually stuck in my head. And I like the little Aussie accent, I just can't even. But it can be easily replaced. The only reason why it exists is because this episode was a musical. Just the cherub jingle. It's here to tell a story, and that's it. But it's pretty catchy. The best part is the music, especially after the beginning and the ending. The voices can be a bit grating, and the lyrics don't flow as well as IMP's, or at least it doesn't in the beginning, but I really like the little harmony though. And yeah, it could be replaced by any regular ad, but novelty is really unique, and it's supposed to be parallel with IMP's jingle. Why is this catchy? This song is such a stupid song, but it does not deserve to be this catchy. It's an ad song, so it's not too high in the lyrical genius scale, but whatever lyrics it does have is absolutely hysterical, and it fits so well. Whoever's writing these lyrics to these songs, you deserve to write much more serious, much more better songs. I want to give props to whoever's writing these. And we learn more about Mammon and Fizz and the Fizzbots during the song as well, so it does give us some good exposition. I knocked up some points on the music because it ends anticlimactically. It's pretty catchy though, but nothing compared to the other songs, but the harmonies are really great here. The lyrics, it's about Stryker. They're pretty funny, but nothing really I'd listen to. But definitely was a perfect choice for a background song. We could have gotten a similar result with just the mini-imps playing instruments, but we definitely would have lost a lot if that was the case. The music reminds me of an early 2000s Avril Lavigne Simple Plan kind of genre. Millie's voice sounds really great, but I did have to mark off a point for the screaming fangirls. Otherwise, that'd be a 10 out of 10 for music. The lyrics are pretty simple and plain though, and it could have been omitted with very little change to the plot. I don't think that it really speaks to Millie's feelings, and it's kind of just describing what's happening. It feels like a song, just to have a song, but damn is the music great. And that's what carried it to this score. Normally I find Moxie's singing voice kind of grating, but his voice actually fits here, and I do not mind it at all. This is also an incredibly catchy tune. It's very well written and cute. It's just cute. It's still a filler song, but it's a good, catchy filler song. The music's pretty nice and very smooth. It's a little cringe, but it's supposed to be on the lyrics. It's okay, it does its job. It's not jaw-dropping, nothing too much is added that's new. It's just a fun little song, but it's necessary for the scene. This song has very beautiful lyrics. It flows very well. It has a very great performance. Everything kind of fits. Well, not as much as a lot of the other songs in this episode. It could have been easily omitted, but it does tell us a lot about these two's relationship. The only thing that kind of tanks it is Fizz's voice, but Ozzy's voice really carries it in this song. I just want to see a normal cover of this because Fizz's voice is kind of just grating for me. Gosh, this song is probably one of my favorites. The music is so epic. The lyrics are a little eh. The only thing that really drags us back is that the song is really replaceable and doesn't really tell us much. It's just kind of there as background music. I was honestly shocked because I originally thought this was going to be in my top 10. But the fact that it's very kind of irrelevant and it's just there to sound nice is kind of what drags it back. But I still love it. I really love this song. The thing that really tanks it though is the music. The music really drags and it makes it really forgettable. It's a song you have to listen to a couple of times and look up the lyrics to before it ends up on your playlist. I honestly forgot this song existed. Stolas also goes a bit off key and it's a bit distracting. It kind of feels like Bryce kind of just tunes out for a moment. The melody just does not frame the lyrics very well. Caleb Hyles can do what he can in the cover, but something is just still missing. Maybe some more vibrant or dramatic background instruments would have really given it the kick it needs, or a build-up before a big break. The melody seems fine, it just feels like it's just missing something. It has so much potential though because the lyrics are beautiful, they're wonderful. They perfectly capture Stolas and his thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It's perfect for the scene. The rhymes are amazing, it's just not framed well by the music. I admit I was taken aback a bit by the sudden singing, but the emotion in his voice is great and the overlay is perfect.
When you want somebody gone and you don't want to wait too long, call the immediate.
The classic, original IMP jingle. The music is so damn catchy, the harmony is great. It's still a commercial jingle, but it's a damn good one. It informs us on everything this business is about. It's the most iconic of the songs, and it really sets the tone for the series. One of the best songs that you can put in the pilot.
My world is burning down.
The original key and harmonics work so well. I wish I could hear the episode version with the voices, but all we have is Sam Haff's version. It's a wee bit edgy, but it's supposed to be. I love how edgy and self-aware they are. I love the lyric where it's like, "It's not a phase. Mom, I swear it's not a phase." It does its job in getting us into Via's edgy teenage mindset.
It's all the same.
All aboard.
What can I say? It's catchy, it's sexy, it's chill. The lyrics are actually pretty funny, and they're absolutely perfect when you remember that she's a succubus. The performance is great, it just kinda mostly for filler though, and it's a song that's just really chill and catchy. 8s across the board. And now everybody, we have made it to the final 10. This song has committed the crime of being too short. It needs to be longer. It does go a bit overkill on how much it throws at you in those first few seconds though, and some of the lyrics are a wee bit cringe, and I know that's probably on purpose. Because I want to sing along to the song, and then I look at the lyrics and I'm just like, oh. It is a bit replaceable, but it does tell us a lot about Blitzo and Veronica's past relationship. And I guess it fits Blitzo's horse theme.
Let me explain, and I'm terrified.
Look my way. The music drags a bit and is a wee bit bland. I think there could have been a better build-up to a stronger bridge, but this is still amazing. Bryce really pulled out all the stops on this performance. Flawless execution, flawless tone, amazing emotion. He really kicked it up a notch in this song. I just wish we had better background music. But everything else is there. The visuals, the voice, the lyrics. The refrain in the title seems a little bit off though. I think it could have been more impactful with a different refrain than just "Look My Way." Because, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to really fit too much. I think there could have been another refrain that would have been a lot more impactful, that would have really hit a little bit harder. But it still does its job. It's not an episode, so I can't judge it on that, but everything else is flawless. We learn a lot about Stolas. We learn that the end game is coming. Stolitz is either going to become canon or die by the end of Season 2. Honestly, didn't expect this to be up here. The entire video was amazing and shows that Vivzy saw the criticism of Show Don't Tell from Zoophobia and was like, okay, bet. That you can actually really see the passion she put into this animation though. 2 minutes notice. This is an incredibly catchy and relatable to anyone who has ever had a crappy boss. The beginning does drag a wee bit and doesn't quite fit well with Fizz's voice. Fizz's voice in general is just kinda but this one is the one time where his character voice doesn't ruin how pleasant it sounds except at the beginning. The melody is really great though. The key just brings me joy, and the oohs in the background, they just really hype you up. I don't even need to say it, this song was a plot point and executed incredibly well. Cotton Candy. A lot of people are probably wondering why I placed it so low on this list. The music is wonderful, no problems here, it's amazing and it gets stuck in your head. And I guess, stuck in your teeth. If Kesha did the music, okay, amazing. I did have to mark it down because of the lyrics. They're kind of cheesy and simple. Shining like the stars in the sky is the most overused lyric in English songwriting history. Come on, Kesha, you're better than that. And to put it in your chorus, oh. You could have just replaced Starlight with like Firelight or something like that, and it would have fixed the issue. It shows more creativity. Fire also fits for Hell because, wait, does Hell even have stars? Also, it feels more descriptive. But the lyrics aren't too much of an issue because the music is so damn good. Not too much was learned though during the song. It doesn't fit the character too much. If Monster Ball was here, this would be an absolute perfect scene. Because it doesn't really tell us too much about Bee, except that everyone likes her and that maybe she's a little conceited. I feel like it was kind of just to plug in Kesha's song and to do a Zoophobia homage. Which, hey, I don't mind. Especially when we have a full-length song in Helluva Boss. What? Clown Bitch. Normally, I hate this genre of music, but this is fire. And so are the lyrics, except for like the refrain. You couldn't think of a better refrain than "I'm a clown, bitch." I get that it goes with the episode, and I still think it's really catchy. But it does kind of pull me out of like my own thoughts and reminds me, oh yeah, this is a Helluva Boss song. The full version does tie in the clown motif a lot better in the later verses. The disconnect is there, and it doesn't flow right in this regard, but that doesn't matter because, again, the music is absolute fire.
Your demon host, Osmodius, the embodiment of lust. Give me a thrust.
House of Asmodeus. I did not expect this to be so high, but damn, this song is amazing. Even if it is expositional and technically 2 songs in one, or technically kind of 3, Fizz's voice is the only thing that drags it down. Ozzy's voice is so fittingly perfect. Moxie's voice in this song in the beginning, then Verosika's little intro, it all flows and fits very well. It's expositional, but it's so good at doing it. The rhymes, it almost doesn't feel like it's a Helluva Boss song. Do I even need to say anything about the performance? This episode does not work without this song. It's a perfect intro to Ozzy. We get Moxie's bit with Millie. We get Verosika going in, chiming in on her relationship with Blitz. And it's just the perfect intro song to introduce our first deadly sin. And his voice, oh my goodness. Every other voice except for Fizz's in this is amazing. Best exposition song ever. I like it. The key in the original is so good. I wish we had a full, clear version of it, and I wish more people did covers of it. I don't know why, I just really love the key and the harmonics probably. It just reminds me of a simpler time, or a simpler plan. The lyrics are a wee bit edgy, but they're supposed to be. It really fits Via's feelings, like my world is burning down around me. It's the perfect background music that I would not mind listening to. Again, I honestly did not expect it to be this high, much less number 4. But whatever band covered this, I want to see the full version.
As the stars start to align,
You Will Be Okay. It's a little slow and quiet, but it's supposed to be. It's a lullaby, and I still love it. It fits as a lullaby and fits the scene. And in the full version, we get this perfectly tempoed build-up to this beautiful music crescendo. And it builds, and then it just releases, and then at the end it's just nice and beautiful, quiet. The music flows a lot better in the original one, honestly. But You Will Be Okay is a bit colloquial. I think Stolas would use a bit more fluffy words, but it still works here. Same with Bryce's voice here. Everything just fits, and it's a wonderful song. Monsters Ball. Dear God, how dare this song not be longer? How dare you tease us with just 1 minute and 10 seconds of this song and just not give us any more of it? That is by far Helluva Boss's biggest sin. And this entire show is about murder. How dare this only be in the credits? That's the only thing I'm docking off points for. It is perfectly fitting for Beelzebub. Looking at these lyrics, they are perfectly timed, perfectly rhymed. Every single line of lyric just, I feel, perfectly relates to Beelzebub. And of course, as usual, the music absolutely slaps. Because I swear, these have got to be some of the most creative lyrics I have ever seen.
Buckle up, Millie. We're doing a shred.
Crashin' a Motherfucking Wedding. I have several covers of the song on my music playlist and desperately want a longer version. It's just the music, the lyrics, it's the performance, it all blends so well together. It really describes Millie's feelings and really describes how passionate she is, and it's just also a very hyped up song. Apparently, I listened to Milky Melody's cover of this song so much that the artist of Milky Melodies ended up in my top 3 artists of this year. And this is the only song that I've listened to from that artist. This was such a banger episode, and I love how it went out with such a banger song. Also, lyrics absolutely relatable, absolutely fitting Millie. Yeah, we could have done with standard Western music, but it would not be the same. You would lose so much. So for now, Crashin' a Motherfucking Wedding is my favorite Helluva Boss song. Overall, Helluva Boss's songs are really great, even if they don't need to be. Every single song is either written well very musically or written well very lyrically, except for maybe Chaz Time. But everything always gets stuck in my head at some point in time. So whatever these songwriters are doing, keep it up. You guys are doing fantastic. Heck, even Chaz Time has some really funny lyrics. Vivian, I don't know where you got your songwriters from, but they should write Eurovision songs. They would make a killing just writing everyday normal songs. But until then, keep on studying.